Hello, it's Shuckle King here for Roll for a Sandwich, where I let the fate of the dice decide my sandwich. Let's do it. First, we have the D6 bread roll. Crumpet. What is a crumpet? I recognize all of the other breads on this list. I assume I know a place where I can get one. Alright, I think I'm coming to the right place. Tasty Cake. That's the Philly special. They know anything about baked goods. I'm sure they're gonna know what a crumpet is. Hey, Tasty Cake, can you help me out? What's a crumpet? Okay, well it looks like Tasty Cake was able to get me something. Crimpets, in honor of National Crimpet Day 2 days ago. Crimpets are a soft and light sponge cake with a heavy layer of butterscotch icing, though they can have other varieties such as cream-filled and jelly-filled. A sweet treat, but they don't have much integrity to hold or soak in unintended toppings. I think a light, thin, salty lunch meat can go well with this though. Next we have the D6 meat roll. Bangers. I'm not sure if I'm wanting to eat this. Okay, so clarification. The real bangers are referring to the pork sausage used for the dish bangers and mash. The meat, saying it's from Ireland according to the packaging, has a blend of spices that vaguely include salt, sugar, dextrose, breadcrumbs, and dried vinegar. It has a slightly salty taste, but it is a fairly bland variety of sausage compared to andouille, Italian, or breakfast sausage. I never cooked with these before, but I figured I would throw them on the grill for about 10 minutes until brown on all sides and an appropriate internal temperature. The sausage is going to be heavier than the other sliced meat options, but the neutral taste should work well with the sweet cake. On to the cheese roll. I am not personally a fan of most cheeses, so hoping for a mild cheese and flavor here. 1. Ambrosia custard. More of a dairy product than a cheese, but I'll let this slide. This variety is sold as a liquid form, though it can also be found in powdered form. It can be served heated or cooled as a sauce or paired to a dessert, like with berries or over a spotted dick. It has a similar texture and taste to vanilla pudding. The can suggested that I warmly heat this up, so I did some on low heat and will go as something like a cheese sauce on this sandwich. I think the custard and cake taste-wise are going to be similar, but the consistency of this custard is going to disintegrate the cake. And I think the sweetness of this is going to be overpowering any taste of sausage, unlike, say, maple syrup and breakfast sausage that has a spicier kick. Not high hopes here. To make this dish even rougher, we have the roughage roll, rolling 2 D6s. Alright, let's go for it. 1. Red currants, and 2. Gooseberry. Oh boy. Red currants are tart berries about the size of an eraser end, similar in size to a cranberry and look like a grape. They are tart with slight sweetness, similar to a mix of cranberry, raspberry, and rhubarb. Red currants are difficult to find in the United States, so I have Zant currants, which are actually a raisin made specifically from black Corneth grapes. They're going to be sweet, but I imagine will get overshadowed by the custard. Gooseberries are in the same family as red currants. Some states have restrictions on growing the plant, including in my home state of New Jersey, because they contributed to a tree-killing disease called white pine blister rust. What I have is gooseberry preserve. It should work as a jelly, like a jelly filling of a normal crimpet. I think the sweetness is either going to be overpowered by the custard or just have a weird tart clash. Quite the sweetness that I have here. Maybe the wild magic can provide some salty or crunchy notes. 1. English licorice. Well, this is about the opposite of what I wanted. English licorice all sorts is a variety of candy made with licorice, sugar, molasses, coconut fat, flavorings, and gelatin. It isn't as sweet as other candies, but the molasses will provide a different depth of sweetness. The texture of this candy can be varied to somewhat soft to having a gelatin and sugar rim that will be impossible to cut through. I do like black licorice, but I was hoping for something less sweet here. Oh no, look at that color. I don't think I had the highest of hopes here. Okay, the dreaded sauce roll. I don't think anything can save this. I think we have options to make this worse. 1. Worcestershire. We're calling this Westchester sauce, and not Westchester, New York, but Westchester, PA. And 2. Malt vinegar. Westchester sauce is a vinegar-based, umami-inspired sauce that's used to enhance flavors of deviled eggs, salads, stews, and even cocktails. Most varieties have anchovies to give it that salty and umami flavor. Maybe the saltiness will balance the custard, but if I think it does, then the sandwich will clash even more. Malt vinegar is mixed with fermented barley to give it a milder and sweeter flavor of vinegar than white or red vinegar, but still has that sour pop. It goes well with the popular dish fish and french fries. I do enjoy malt vinegar with this combination. With the pickled element, I think this would have worked fine, but the sweetness is most likely going to overwhelm this as well. Hey, what's up guys? Shuckle King here, bringing you week 4 for PPL. We are facing off against Jack this week. It's going to be a fun one. It's always fun to play Jack. He's one of my better friends in the Pokemon community. Got to know him over the last couple of years. One of the best players out there as well. Definitely go check out his content down below. He definitely deserves more recognition than he has. He has some really great stuff, great battler, funny guy. Definitely recommend him. And while you're here, maybe you consider checking me out. You can subscribe down below. Consider liking the video. I really appreciate everyone's support. I just got to 500 subs, which is awesome. Thank you guys so much for doing that. And hopefully my team here is going to be pretty interesting. I think I have some cool Pokemon on this team. The general plan for me, now I had a couple builds, and I guess if I make playoffs, I'm not going to go in depth of what I didn't bring, but I think I had some pretty cool mons that I decided not to bring in this game. But I think the build I have here is going to be pretty solid. We also haven't had I know Jack didn't have a ton of time to build for this game. I didn't have a ton of time to build for this game. But shout outs to OG Albina and Sven for both getting a mock free in this game, as well as a couple people that gave team support, Tone being one of them. So the first Pokemon I have is Espeon, so I don't want hazards to be up in the field. And Espeon is going to prevent that. There are other ways where I could prevent hazards from going up or removing hazards, but I think Espeon is going to be the way. I don't 2 KO Tinglu, but I'll bring it super low, and that's like fine. Mew, I will 2 KO with Shadow Ball with max special attack if he's max HP. If he's like special defensive, I won't, but I should do pretty decent damage there. Psychic and Dazzling Gleam will just hit the rest of the team pretty hard, and outside of like an Arcanine hit or like an electric move from Iron Hand, I don't think I'm going to die to any one hit. So I think Espeon's going to be pretty solid in this game to get a couple attacks off, and then Baton Pass, mainly if like the Goodra is on the field, like I'm not going to be able to do a lot of damage to Goodra, so I probably Baton Pass out and get into something else. And Espeon can be used for something later, but if it dies early on and just prevents spikes from going up the entire game, like that's a win with the Espeon. From there, I'm going to have 2 mons that have like general pivot control for my team, so that way I have 3 sweepers to sweep. The 3 amigos those times, 3 times, trace times, I don't know. I know at least the last game against Mountaih I had the 3-for-1 special. But one of the Pokemon not in that special is Jolteon. It's going to be Choice Scarf. It'll just outspeed the Inteleon. Whatever. I'm not gonna lose to it. Maybe if I play Mountaih, I'll just bring Scarf Jolteon. Make sure Kilowattra doesn't destroy me like that. Volt Switch, Terra Blast, Flying, because maybe Tinglu only has like Earthquake Spikes, Ruination, Whirlwind. That could be a possible bring. So like at least I like wall that pretty well. And I still hit Decidueye for super effective damage. Baton Pass, in case the Tinglu is on the field, I probably just go for that every time. Unless I'm like actually revenge killing an Inteleon, then I maybe click Thunderbolt, which is the last slot. I wouldn't be surprised if like 75% of the games I play with this Jolteon, it's just not going to do anything. But it's there just in case. It also outspeeds like Scarf and Amorous, which is great. Goldengo is my other Momentum Pokemon, which is kind of weird because it usually doesn't have Momentum, but it has Memento, which I did bring in future weeks. But I'm bringing an Eject Pack set this week with max speed to add speed Decidueye plus a couple of speed creep points. And then the rest in special defense. This will allow me the best chance to live in an Amorous Earth Power if it's Specs or if it's at +1 special attack. And the HP investment also allowed me to live in Earthquake from the Iron Hand after Rocks, like if I had to. So that's what the spread is there. Shadow Ball, they hit like the Mew for pretty well. Making Rain's gonna be good against an Amorous. Focus Blast will hit the Goodra, and Making Rain is also gonna be there to get some momentum. Wouldn't be terribly surprised that this mon also doesn't do a ton in this game, but both Jolteon Goldengo are just getting me the opportunity to bring in my 3 sweepers here. Espeon, I think, could do some work this game. Now we got the 3 amigos, 3 sweepers here. So first we got Hip Hop, Azumarill. Now I have Play Route, Aqua Jet, Belly Drum, and Trailblaze in last set. I really only need 3 moves. The Trailblaze is there where if I do get a speed boost, if something sacked off, then I would outspeed Decidueye only outspeeding like max speed Jolly Azumarill, if that's to bring. So I would be able to outspeed and probably kill the Play Rough if I do have a Belly Drum up. But yeah, I don't even really need a Belly Drum to still do pretty decent damage this game. Like, Azumarill hits super hard, so doesn't have a great switch in. As again, I was saying before, he doesn't really switch into my team. If he's going to try to play like a balanced approach, I think he just loses this game. So Azumarill, I think it's going to be pretty solid here. Next Pokemon I have is Booster Energy Great Tusk, boosting speed with Bulk Up, Earthquake, Close Combat, and Knockoff. So Knockoff's going to hit the Mew and the Haunter. Megahorn would hit a little bit harder, but Knockoff, assuming that I outspeed the Mew because it's not going to be Scarf or something like that, I'll be able to remove like a Life Orb or something like that. And the spread I have here allows me to live a modest Psychic, which is kind of crazy because it wouldn't be any like boost. It wouldn't be like Expert Belt because I'm going to be knocking off the item ideally. If it's like Jolly or Timid and I know that, then I don't have to go for the Knockoff right away because I know that move won't kill me either. Like a Timid Expert Belt, Psychic, it's like a 50-50 chance to kill me. Yeah, I'd probably just go for the Knockoff every time on Mew. Ideally, I get a Bulk Up. The first opportunity I get Great Tuscan, and then from there I go for Knockoff, Earthquake, whatever the switch in is. It could be Iron Hand. Not entirely sure, like a bait set. I don't know if anything has counter on this team, but Great Tusk should do decent damage. Even if like I lose my booster energy and get switched out, it should still do fine damage like later on in the game. It has decent speed. So that's the Great Tusk there. I don't do a ton to Enamorus. Maybe I change Knockoff to like Ice Spinner is definitely an option. But I think I have enough outs for the Enamorus where I should be okay. We'll see about that. Might be the death of me. But the last Pokemon I have is Zarude Iguodala. So this is another special defensive set. I'm more scared about the special defensive mons because like I know I'm not going to switch on Arcanine or Iron Hand anyway, whether I have attack EV or defense EVs or not. So Zarude, Sword Hand, Synthesis, Power Whip, Crunch. I have the speed to outspeed, I believe it's Haunter and go for a Crunch. Like I don't want to lose to a Haunter that goes for like a Sludge Bomb or something like that. If it's Scarf, if I have the speed boost, I want to make sure I outspeed that. I doubt it's going to be a speed boosting Mew. And I wanted to really have that bulk in there. The bulk will allow me to live like a Bug Buzz even from Mew. If it's like Expert Belt, I'll live a Moonblast from the Enamorus if it's not spexed or boosted. And then at that point, I should be able to, I might have like 2 Sword Stances up with Zarude. I'm pretty bulky. And this Pokemon will also allow me to switch into Tinglu with really no issue. A Power Whip at +2, I believe kills Arcanine, so like I still do a lot of damage even with no attack. So this is my team. I think it's going to be an interesting game. It's probably not going to be resulting in like a more than a 1-0 or 2-0 for either one of us, but hopefully the 1 or 2-0 is on my side. So yeah, let's get right into the game. All right, time to put this sandwich together. The 2 cakes are separating even with the butterscotch layer holding them together. Let's move this to get cut. Oh gosh, yes, this bottom portion is all goop and disintegrated with all the custard. Okay, we have the sandwich on the cutting board. Let's civilly place 2 toothpicks in gently, and let's get a nice cut of that sandwich, or whatever you want to call this, carefully. Okay, great. Now let's take a look at what we got. Looks like a lot of goop. Okay, here I am, clearly happy to try my latest invention. Will my stomach, or most importantly, my ego, be happy in a few seconds? I guess only one way to find out. Okay, very sweet. The custard is very sweet in this combination, taking away any integrity of the bread this sandwich had. The bangers have very minimal taste. The slight salt contrast that it has really does nothing positive for the sandwich. The combination of that and the custard did not work at all. The gooseberry preserve comes out surprisingly strong with this sandwich, with the sweetness and slight tartness it has clashes with the pure sweetness of the custard. Something more tart would have worked better. The currants don't really provide much outside of a sweetness that goes well with the dish. The Westchester sauce and malt vinegar, though it looked like I put on a decent amount, were completely masked by the custard. The worst part about this sandwich is the English licorice. Some of those pieces are extremely hard to chew. That texture mixed with the mushy texture of the cake bread and the sausage are dreadful. It forces me to endure the flavors of the sandwich more because the licorice is hard to digest. And molasses and these flavors don't work at all with the sandwich. Custard, sausage, anything really. Yeah, this cake is a disaster. It took me 4 minutes to eat this 4 or 5 bite sandwich. I am regretting my life choices right now. Please subscribe to the channel. I'm giving this sandwich a 0 out of 10. No redeeming qualities. And I'm calling this sandwich Jack's Pokemon Career. Now let's get to the game. Alright, here we are for the battle against Jack. So, theme isn't going to matter because you guys are not going to be hearing it, and you'll be hearing the music I put in instead. By the way, before this battle, we had like a day delay. First, let me get the team in. So, Tinglu does come, Mew, Inteleon, Enamorous, Haunter comes. Okay. I do have knockoff, so I like the look of that. And Decidueye. Huh, no Iron Hand. No Goodra? Wow, okay. Maybe a little bit of a bulkier team than I thought. I think it gives me more thought that it's going to be Toxic Spike's Mew. Yeah, the goal is to just lead with hazards, or lead with espeon. Do as much damage to the Mew or the Tinglu and go from there. So it's also 8 minutes until the start of the trade deadline, and I feel like the Sixers should have traded Harden by now. I have no idea. I think based on like the CBA, which is like the collective bargaining agreement, I thought it was easier that Harden would get traded before the new season started, or like the deadline to where you could sign free agents, which I believe it's at 6 p.m. So I thought he was going to get traded. Maybe he does in the next 6 or 7 minutes, but I'm kind of doubting it. I'm also not surprised at this lead. So, are you going to be Gunk Shot? I doubt it. Mew. Are you going to be set up? I doubt it. Shadow Ball should to a KO. I'm hoping there's nothing. Maybe like Bandit or like a really offensive Mew would 2 KO me, or would OHKO me, but I should be able to 2 KO it in return. Jolteon looks pretty good if the Tinglu is dead. Azumarill looks good if the Decidueye is dead. Yeah, he really doesn't have much for it, so it's going to be an interesting bring. He's got to have like, I don't even know what you bring in that regard. Like nothing Pashu Berry, so like nothing is resist. Like Bandit was literally free this game, but I think Belly Drum is definitely fine here. So going for the Shadow Ball here, it is definitely possible that Tinglu comes in. Let's see. HOO cares. Decidueye comes in? No way. This is taking a buttload, right? Like 65%? That is like maybe max HP. Let's see, Shadow Sneak. Choice Banded might kill. So I think I just Terra here and go for a Dazzling Gleam. Like, that'll definitely kill, right? 36%? Yeah, I should kill here. And if this is dead, then like Azumarill just wins, right? I guess Inteleon can do. Would take an Aqua Jet, but wow, okay. Maybe Will-O-Wisp Mew, but even then, like +6 Aqua Jet is gonna hurt. Let's see if Shadow Sneak comes out. Scarf. Okay. That is good to know. 49 damage. What's that, 49 damage? So, like, not max attack, but also not, like, min damage. So some attack. Decidueye. What is taking this fairy move here? Haunter could be Scarfed, so if Haunter does come in, I probably switch out. He sees that I Terra Fairied, so I imagine Tinglu doesn't come out. Maybe Mew comes out. But, like, I think Azumarill should be able to just Aqua Jet. +6. Yeah, I 100% kill with Azumarill with Aqua Jet, so yeah, I'm really liking this this early game so far. Decidueye getting weakened really early on. Even, like, I don't know what he was predicting there. Let's see. Gorilla Grip, Haunter comes out. I can see what type of spread this is. 50%. That's gotta be not a Violate. Sludge Bomb would kill me. So I think I switch out into Goldengo, and I feel fine making an aggressive play like this. Goldengo is not the most important thing in this game. Let's see. I mean, Shadow Ball is a 2-hit KO. Endure. Okay. Like, Salac Berry? I don't think, I mean, I'm not scared of you killing me off, so I think I go for Make It Rain here. Because if you Endure, then I just go into Azumarill and click Aqua Jet, so, like, I'm fine with that. And the Haunter being really weakened, that's like, I mean, that's also good for my my Great Tusk, but I also know that it's some weird spread going on here with this Haunter. Probably Salac Berry. But definitely not a Violate. Destiny Bond. Okay. Well, I am gonna die to this one. Okay. So Haunter and Goldengo go down. Like, Goldengo is definitely okay, but I'll take this trade. Especially for getting that Decidueye so weakened. Now, do you bring out Decidueye and just U-turn again? Espeon probably lives any one hit. I could bring out Jolteon here. If I bring out Espeon and Inteleon, I don't know why the default Inteleon set is Primordial. Whatever. I think I could go into Azumarill too, but Azumarill's not going to kill the Decidueye if that's out. Okay. Now, I can Baton Pass here, and if he goes for a Fairy move, what is my switch in? I don't really have one, unless I want to go into Zarude, which I don't think I want to do yet. I think I just go for the Thunderbolt. I guess I imagine Tinglu probably comes out here, but if I can get a kill on this, I'll definitely take it. But Baton Pass is probably a better play. Yeah, but I didn't really have a switch into an Amorous. Buckethead, Tinglu comes out. Okay, nothing. Earthquake is pretty free. Stealth Rocks is also a play. I think I just go into Espeon and bounce him back if that's what he wants to do. Earthquake shouldn't kill me unless he's like very offensive. Sand Tube. And he misses. That's unfortunate. Trapping move too. I feel pretty safe just to go for a Dazzling Gleam. Baton Pass could also be a play, but Dazzling Gleam's gonna just hit anything that he has for like pretty decent damage, because now it's stab. That's definitely unfortunate for him, but I will take it. I also had baton pass, so I could have like made a play into Zarude, but I definitely want this weakened. Sand Tomb is pretty cool though. Maybe Heavy Sand comes out here. I'm doing like 40%. Oh, that is like really, that's a crit. Man, that's unfortunate. Yeah, that's pretty unfortunate. Is it like just max attack? I mean, Shadow Ball doesn't kill, but so I think I go for the Dazzling Gleam here. Yeah, I don't think I have to go for Baton Pass. Like, I'll take this kill. I still feel like I'm in pretty okay position, but Mew is always an issue. But at least I do have like I will have speed with my Jolteon outspeed if it's like Dragon Dance or something like that. Breaking Muse. That is like 35% to Mew. New Dazzling Gleam. That's like max special defensive or assault vest. Probably kills me off here, right? But I think I still go for a Shadow Ball. Oh, I just barely missed out on the kill. Let's see, Ice Beam, does that kill? 126 down to 24. Okay, nice. We'll go for Dazzling Gleam here just in case. No, Custop Berry is not an item, so Espeon definitely doing work. I definitely had other brings, like other teams that didn't have Espeon. But I'm definitely happy that Espeon came here, so Mew is also down. Yeah. So Mew is down, and Haunter is down. I still have Great Tusk that has a speed boost in the back. I still have a Zoomerl that clips Aqua Jet pretty freely. Do I let this kill me? It's only good for an Amorous, and it's not like I'm dealing a big hit to it anyway. So, yeah, I think I just go for a Psychic. U-turn? Alright, fine. My Jolteon is still definitely really nice this game. And I guess that Sand Tomb miss meant that, like, the Mew was able to kill me. I guess I could have brought in Zoomerl to revenge, but then the Decidueye came in, so, like, I definitely would have been weakened. Or I could have gone, like, Terra Blast Flying with Jolteon, I guess, which definitely is an option here. I don't know if I live a hit from Inteleon with my Jolteon. Inteleon. Let's see if it's, like, Choice Scarf. I do live a Hydro Pump, so that is good to know. If it's Scarf, if it's Specs, I don't live a Hydro Pump. It's like, what's the chance? It's greater than 50% chance to kill me with Hydro Pump, which, I mean, with the mischance, it probably evens out to about 50-50, but not a risk I need to take. James Pond. Yeah, I think I'm fine going into Jolteon again. And Hydro Pump's not going to kill. Again, I think I have no reason not to just go for a Thunderbolt here. And I do pick up the kill. Nice. Yeah, it was probably a Scarfed Inteleon. Okay, now like Terra Blast Flying is also pretty nice here. Because it'll hit the the Sidgewai and the Tinglu. I might kill the Tinglu because it's like not specially defensive. So I think I killed a Tinglu with a Terra Blast flying. But let me check that. Like Tinglu, just like max HP, we'll call it. Now he knows I'm Scarf, Terra Blast flying. I mean, maybe I don't kill. The mana is pretty bulky. What do I go out into here? I should outspeed anything with Joel Embiid. I don't want to bring in a mon that could get set up on. But I also don't want to get Whirlwind out with the Tinglu, so I don't want to waste my booster energy on my Great Tusk yet. Because Great Tusk does a ton of work. Ruination, okay. I do get my Citrus Berry. And Trailblaze will allow me to like I mean Play Rough misses, but I think that's fine. I should be able to kill anything, and I do add speed, which is also nice. So Zoomerl gets the kill there. Okay, just 2 mons left. Scarf. I don't think it's Scarf and Amorous, but I don't think I'm terribly worried by that either. It is Scarf. Scarf the Sidgewai. And I also said it wasn't max attack. Maybe that was max attack Adamant. Maybe it could be max attack Jolly. I do add speed though with my Great Tusk, so that is also pretty good. I probably want to save this. I might be able to sack off the Zarude if the Decidueye comes in, because having an Aqua Jet in the back is definitely nice. And Leaf Blade is gonna definitely destroy my Azumarill. It does 78% min if he's Jolly. Let's see, Stay Hammered and Amorous. I mean, Moonblast doesn't kill me. Specs might kill me. Choice Specs has a decent chance to kill, so do I just get like 40% off? The answer is probably. Let's see if your Specs. It's a critical hit, so we can't tell if it's Specs or not. It could be Scarf, so I can't go into Gel and Bead for that. Jolteon. I mean, I just go into Jolteon here. And probably go for Volt Switch. If he's Wakanberry, he might live the hit, so I think that's also the reason why I Volt Switch here anyway, just in case he's like a weird Wakanberry Earth Power set and kills my Jolteon. I don't think an Earth Power would kill me anyway, but let's see. Okay, and I think Great Tusk might finish this anyway. Alright, so Gel and Bead comes out. I have like a ton of special defense. So I might live the Amamorous hit if he's not like boosting item. Okay, but we come in here, we go for the Ice Spinner. No reason to go for a bulk up here. I think we have the game here. Nice. Okay. Great Tusk is down. Great Tusk versus Enamorous. I mean, Specs kills me. Not Specs. If he's timid, the lowest roll I would live. Huh. That would be pretty cool if that were the case. Let's see if he's Scarfed or not. He is not Scarfed. I believe we would kill here. And we do. Okay. Solid 3-0 win. Okay, that is nice after losing to Mountaih last week. I feel like my first half of the schedule is definitely pretty tough. So coming out of it 2-2, I will definitely take good games to Jack. The matchup was definitely nice for me, for sure. But you definitely had some cool techs. You might also not be showing me everything you got for playoffs if we do reach there. Fingers crossed that we do. Going 2-2 is definitely a good start to getting there. I think 4-4 should be pretty good because 8 out of 14 teams make playoffs. So I think going 4-4 with like not terrible differential should probably get me in there. So good games to Jack. Make sure you check out his stuff down below. Really, please subscribe to Jack. He's been doing so much work for the PPL. Him and Ellie in particular have been incredible this season. I am part of the admin team, but I do a little bit of behind the scenes work, but not nearly as much as Jack and Ellie. They've been really keeping this league afloat, and I think it's been really thriving. I think you guys have been really enjoying the content, and I don't think you guys would be enjoying the content nearly as much if it's not for those two. So definitely check out Jack and check out Ellie in the description down below. Really unfortunate I don't get the player of the season. Maybe for playoffs, but we'll see there. But yeah, until next time, later guys.